look, this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it's marketing 101. It was done in the 60s. It's not brain surgery, but it does just know what you're trying to sell, and know where you are in that hierarchy. And you can, if you know, psychological needs are, everyone has to have the, you know, they have to hit their needs. The basic needs have to be addressed first before they move up the hierarchy. If people don't have food and water, for instance, it's very unlikely I can sell them Robbie Williams tickets. They are not interested. If they're not feeling secure or safe, then they're not going to want to buy I mean, don't sell Learjets to people that haven't assumed their basic needs. It won't work out for you. You can only sell Learjets at the top of that funnel. Now, most developed countries, most markets that we operate in will probably have most of their basic needs are taken care of. So therefore, you can sell at a high level. But just figure out where you are in that hierarchy and what they want. At YPlan, we sell entertainment. So we're very much in the esteem needs or the ego needs. People, you know, you buy those things because you want to go out. And also, that's why social media works really well for us, because quite frankly, if I'm getting a cab, I'm not going to tell my friends. But if I'm going to see, you know, Beyonce at the O2, I'm going to tell everyone about that. So we can really utilize social media because that's where our market is for us. But figure out where you are in that hierarchy. And it's also like, I mean, there's startups in this building that, you know, Wayra provides shelter and food, and it allows you to actually deliver your business. But just figure out where you are in that hierarchy and where your customers are. It actually means you can market them in a different way. And figure out, like, you know, do you know what your core proposition is? Do you absolutely know what your core proposition is? And do you know what tangible customer benefit you are giving? Because if you can, just those two things alone just help you sell your product in a better way. And who are you competing against? And at YPlan, for instance, you'd think, okay, maybe it's Ticketmaster, maybe it's the other myriad of ticketing apps, but actually we compete against the web. Most people buy tickets on the web. So that's our competition. And Halo or Uber, and we're just talking about this, there was no web alternative. They jumped the web. There was nothing there before they got there, apart from putting your hand out. They're competing against people putting their hand out. So just sort of figure out where you are in that hierarchy, and it does help. And then finally, really, you know, as a small business, you know, all you have is time. That is your most valuable asset. You have limited time, because if you're not making money and you're not making a profit and you're not a stable business, you have no time. So therefore, you must use your time really, really well, and you must learn how to manage your time in a good way. You know, I've done this. Don't spend time trying to design. Don't spend 6 months figuring out a logo and a business card. Figure out a business. Figure out a proposition. Figure out what's important for you and what's important for you as a business owner or whatever your job role is, and learn how to spend your time accordingly, because that's what you haven't got. Because time, if you're on a limited budget and you've got limited funds, your time is your most valuable asset. So, you know, if people are working for you, and if you've got staff, make sure you have a problem-solving mentality, because businesses are just a series of problems. I've got no money, I've got too much money, I've got too many customers, I don't know what my customers are, I haven't got a proposition, and what are my products? There's a series of problems, and how you figure them out dictates how well your business will do. Get the base, like I said, some of these things, get your basics right. Get your basics right. The basics are just like, what's your proposition? What's your tangible reason for existing? Who's your competition? What are you going to do about it? And then structured goals, where you can all talk about this stuff, but it's really important that you do, and I've gone through a lot of businesses, I haven't had any goals, and it doesn't help. So have, like, what are your milestones every week, every month you want to try and achieve? You may not try and achieve them all, you may not get to them all, but it just gives you something to keep moving forward on. And those are sort of some of my top tips. I don't think I've got anything else, apart from the fact that, you know, do use your network. There's a lot of people out there that will help. There's a lot of people out there that will offer advice, and a lot of it's free. So just make sure, wherever possible, you can actually utilize that. And if you have got funding, and we do this all the time at YPlan, those investors that are invested in you, they should give you all the help in the world. These guys are connected. You call them all the time. Just call them until they put the phone down on you. You know, but just make sure you use your investors, and we've got some great investors, Octopus, Wellington, and General Capital. They're great. They help us a lot, and they've really helped us establish some strong relationships. But use the networks you have. Don't sit on your own and think the world hates you. You can go out there and use the network to try and grow your business.